Our home in Winston-Salem is changing, and not for the better. The water we rely on from Salem Lake to the Yadkin River is increasingly at risk. Climate change is here, altering rainfall patterns, raising temperatures, and threatening the very liveliness of our community. Yet as these signs grow clearer, we still fail to act. This is our wake-up call. Stormwater runoff is the primary pollutant of North Carolina's surface waters. Annual rainfall in Winston-Salem has increased by over 10% in the past decade. From degraded water quality to the loss of natural habitats, climate change's impact on our local environment is undeniable. But why are we so slow to act? Urban runoff increases pollution in Salem Lake. And despite the visible impacts, our community's efforts to protect water resources have fallen short. Neglect, misinformation, and lack of funding all play a role in the slow response. But indifference isn't the only issue. Often, it's the belief that the problem is too big to solve. But that's where we're wrong. The truth is, change is possible. And it starts right here in our backyard. Let's look at the broader issue of climate change and how it directly impacts us here in Winston-Salem. Globally, rising temperatures are accelerating the water cycle, leading to heavier rainfall and more intense droughts. These extreme weather patterns are affecting our local environment in tangible ways. Global temperatures have risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times. Heavy rainfall events in North Carolina have increased by 27% over the last 50 years. Locally, this means that more frequent flooding, which carries pollutants from urban areas directly into our streams and lakes. It also means longer periods of dry weather that reduce water levels and concentrate contaminants. Combined, these changes put our water quality and the ecosystems that depend on it in jeopardy. In Winston-Salem, water quality faces three main threats: urban runoff, aging stormwater infrastructure, and climate-driven weather extremes. Urban development has replaced natural landscapes with impermeable surfaces, leading to increased runoff that carries pollutants like oil, fertilizers, and trash into our waterways. Over 50% of pollutants in local streams come from urban runoff, and heavy rainfall events have increased by 15% in the last decade. Our aging stormwater infrastructure wasn't built to handle the volume of water from today's increasingly intense storms. This leads to overflows and untreated runoff entering our streams and lakes, further degrading water quality. These changes jeopardize not only our environment, but also our access to safe, clean water. The effects ripple outward, impacting local wildlife, recreational opportunities, and even our health. So what can we do to protect our water? First, we need policies and investments that prioritize sustainable stormwater management, upgrading infrastructure, and implementing green solutions like rain gardens and permeable pavements can reduce runoff and filter pollutants. Rain gardens can reduce runoff by up to 30%. And tree planting improves water absorption and reduces erosion. With all this being said, government action alone is not enough. Community efforts are key. So start by reducing your own impact. Use fewer fertilizers, dispose of waste properly, and support efforts to restore local waterways. Together, small actions add up to big change. Protecting our water isn't just about survival. It's about preserving the beauty of places like Salem Lake and the Yadkin River for future generations to enjoy. By working together, we can ensure a future where clean water and natural wonders are part of life in Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem is our home. Let's protect it, starting with the water that sustains us all.